Hey there, my fellow barbecue enthusiast. Mike Baker here, Baker's Barbecue. Hey, today we're going to do 2 sides of St. Louis style pork ribs, and I'm going to later in the process be mopping these in my own version of a Carolina Mop Sauce. We've got a little bit of salt and pepper in there. It's got some red pepper flakes. It's got some water. It's got some white vinegar. It's just a very good flavor, and it's good to mop on pork. I will drop you down in the description below just a base recipe that kind of will give you a start if you want to try to do this in the future yourself, which I recommend it because it's absolutely delicious. And from there you can take that recipe, fine tune it to your own liking, and go from there. So let's get these ribs on and get this party started. We got a skipper rack in these. You've heard me talk about this before to keep this thing balanced out. Also, it's better on the engine, on this rotisserie, on this little motor, to keep the weight distributed more equally. It makes it work. It's just easier on the motor. It makes it work a little bit less hard. Stick it up in there just like that. Shape it up. All right, we're going to get it going. We're going to get it shut down. We're going to get these ribs going. Sorry about this. I got the umbrella hit me in the head. And we'll come back in about the 3-hour mark is when I'm going to start mopping. I got to make sure that the barbecue rub, which is shook down in my own Baker's Barbecue competition rub, I want to make sure that's all set and good to go before I start mopping it. And we'll bring you back then, and we'll check it all out. So let's get to smoking. We're about the 3-hour mark, so I'm going to go ahead and mop these. Looking pretty good. Can you see those? All right. Got our mop sauce here. Just going to take it up like this and just drip it over it, just like that right there. Man, those things are looking good. Yep. All right. Going around to the next one. Good thing is, cool thing is when that goes around, all that mop sauce will drip on each one. So each time it rotates, the rack of ribs drip on each other. And they're looking good too, let me tell you. Oh yeah, and those look great. There's just something about this Carolina mop sauce, the vinegar mop sauce. It's just unbelievable. All right, we're going to get it going. It's really good on pork. I mean, it's just anytime you got vinegar, salt, pepper, a little bit of sugar. You got, just turn around here. You got all the other elements in there. I mean, it's just a wonderful sauce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this go. I'm going to start mopping these about every 30 minutes. I'm about 3 hours into it right now. So about every 30 minutes or so, I'm going to mop them, and then at some point, when I determine it's the right time, then I'm going to go ahead and I'll wrap them. I'll probably wrap them in full when the time is right for maybe 30 to 45 minutes, something like that, just to kind of go ahead and do that finish rendering process, and then from there, I'll open them back up and let them go for about 15 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on how much it needs to kind of set up any kind of sauce that may still need to be set up. So I'll show you all that as we go. But anyway, we'll be back to you here in just a little bit, so keep on smoking. 45 minutes past where we were a while ago. I'm going to go ahead and mop it up here again. Man, these things look good, and the smell is absolutely amazing. That vinegar, all the spices in there. I mean, it's just unbelievable how good that smells. All right, yeah, so we're sitting here enjoying the day today. Unfortunately, the St. Louis Cardinals lost last night in the wild card. But anyway, so I figured I'd lick my wounds today, cook some ribs. Got the other rack coming up here. Yeah, those look great. Absolutely delicious. And I'm going to bring you in here for a little bit closer shot. Look how wonderful those things look. Wow. All right, we'll be back later. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get these ribs wrapped. We're at about the 5-hour mark. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drop down a little bit of my rub. Not too much, just a little bit, add a little flavor. I'm gonna take my mop sauce. I'm just gonna drizzle just a little bit out there. Sit down there, got a little wind going today. Get this first rack of ribs. Boy, those things are beautiful. Look at that. Those are beautiful. Lay that flat down just like that. Come back across the back, just a little bit more rub. Get it with just a little bit of the mop sauce. Not much. And we'll take this here. I'm double wrapping these in heavy duty aluminum foil. This way, just take it up like this. Take 2 at a time. Got the wind working against me here today, so appreciate your patience. Best way to do this though is take them up like this, and when you get it up, just fold it down. That way there, it can easily be opened, and you can also get a good tight seal on it. Take them down tight, take the ends over, just like that. Push it down tight. You want a good tight seal on these ribs because you don't want any leaking going on. And you don't want them to steam. You want them to continue just to cook down. Put it back on like that, and we'll rotate all the way around. A little bit of rub down. A little bit of my vinegar sauce, vinegar mop sauce. Little black specks here, we picked it up on the back of the other rack of ribs a while ago. Take this rack of ribs here, lay them down just like that. Get across the back, just a little bit more of the rub. And come right across that with a little drizzle of the mop sauce. Just like before, all we're going to do is we're going to take that, take both wraps of the heavy duty foil, take it up. You're going to try to avoid any holes in the foil. So if you see any sharp edges that are easily pushed around or can be moved, to do that, just take it, wrap it down real tight, push that down where you got a good tight wrap, bring the ends in just like that. And put them right back on. Pick it right back up. I'm gonna let these go for about 45 minutes wrapped. I say 45, 30 minutes to 45, just depending on what my gut tells me. And then I'm gonna unwrap them. I'll put them back in the full meat side up, unwrapped, and let them sit on the rack for about another, probably anywhere between 15 minutes and 30 minutes, depending on how much I think it needs to have in there in order to solidify and tack up the sauce. All right, so we're gonna let this go for, like I said, about another 45 minutes, and then we'll be back. And I do apologize a while ago. That last little segment, I actually forgot to plug my microphone in, so the audio wasn't real good. So I am sorry about that. Hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit. All right, these are looking good. So I'm just gonna take them, flip them over like that. Boy, they look good. We'll kind of fold that down around the edges. And I'm just going to put them back on the smoker, just like that. Let this next rack come around. What that's going to do, that's just going to allow it to, that sauce to set back up on them, or actually the mop sauce to set back up and tack up on the ribs. Those look wonderful. Just easier to do it this way in the foil. Get those off and running. So I'm gonna let these go probably for about, I'm saying probably about 15-20 minutes. And that sauce should be all set back up on them. Got those ribs. Man, does that look good? Look at that color on those. You can see where that mop sauce is set up in there. Oh yeah, those are gonna be good. All right there, my fellow barbecue enthusiasts, we got these ribs all done. They went exactly 6 hours and 20 minutes. And I mean, they're absolutely beautiful. And I'm gonna take these inside. The family's inside hungry, ready to eat. So I'm gonna take these in, we're gonna slice them up, we're gonna enjoy a good evening. So I can tell you this, if you get the opportunity to do some Carolina mopped ribs, I recommend you do it. Like I said, I will drop down in the description section a starter recipe to get you going. I'll also put down in there a link where if you're interested in buying a mop, if I can find a link for that, I will. I'll put that down there as well. So hope you enjoyed the cook today. These ribs smell wonderful. I can't wait to get inside, cut these up, tear into them. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please subscribe to Baker's Barbecue if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. If you would like the video, and until the next time I see you, happy smoking. Take that.